Hey, how's it going today? It's Frankie and the back of another movie review. And at this point now, I've just gone numb to the fact that all the movies I'm going to watch are most likely going to be terrible now. It's like a come to a conclusion. Even if the movie sounds good, I'm not even going to say it's probably going to be good anyway. The movie is called The Silencer. And it's about this narcotics officer that gets framed and gunned down execution style. And the medical research team kind of like does something with his spine or something like that. And let me tell you one thing, this movie I had no reaction at all. There's not really much else to say. I'm not going to describe it in order. I'm going to just say what I can in it and just describe it briefly. I said a pop up on the screen a minute ago, that's why I was slowing my words then. But yeah. And what can I say? The acting's terrible. The fighting scenes were cliche. I mean, at first, when I saw the first fight scene at the start, I was like, okay, it's a pretty okay fight scene. But other than that, there was really nothing much else that happens in the movie. It's an hour and 15 minutes long. But then it finished after an hour and 10 and they started showing some random fights, some random they started showing how the movie was made and done, which I don't see the point in that. Just end the movie the way it is. One of the shortest action movies I've seen. It kind of reminded me of the what was the bad action movie I've seen? The last, I can't remember what it was now. What was it called? Something with the word "that" at the end of it. Oh man, I've got to try and look for it now. And it was pretty poor, this movie. They had the fight scenes, even the sound effects of the fights in the alleyway, where Michael, because that's the dude's name that got shot, Michael, and there was the fight scenes were a bit cliche. I thought, okay, it's not too bad, but then the sound effects of the fighting, it was bad. It was pretty bad. I know it probably did sound like that anyway, but it was just bad. Especially the fight, especially the scene where he kills out one of the suppliers to to drugs, and the star bit too. It just felt so dull. And the scene where he gets run off the road and this guy sort of comes out because he wants to kill this person, trying to get the money, and then he comes out, he just starts he killed him, and then he kills the other dude. There wasn't really much else for a movie that said it's action. And it sounds good. And don't get me wrong, when I heard the title, what it was about, I was like, it's up my street, right? And I was thinking of a silent pistol. I don't know why. Those silent pistols, right? With the sounds, I think a lot of you know by now what that is. A silent pistol, it looks like. But yeah, but then I've just realized as well, this guy never talks because he has been shot in the throat, basically, and his vocal cords are gone. So obviously, I don't want anybody in the comments to say, yeah, but you said dialogue is a bit important as well. Yeah, but this movie is understandable for a character like him. And it kind of reminds me similar to the Silent Night movie, which is outstanding, by the way. Joel Kinnaman acts in it. A brilliant movie, 10 out of 10 I rated it, that one. Can't forget a movie like that. And that movie's got no dialogue. And with the title as well, I can't understand why. But this movie here is the total opposite. It is poor, lack of action. Don't get me started on the acting, right? The acting is just dreadful. Especially when you've got this Richard dude who's in a relationship with Lily, and he's an a-hole character, right? Talks to this Lily chick, and the way he spoke to Michael as well, be like, Michael, you are away with the fairies, right? When you were gone, I had to take care of everything, the bills, the rent, etc. I'm thinking to myself, it's not Michael's fault he had to do a job, right, which entailed him to go out for that long. I don't think he would have said that if he was in the military. Oh no, don't have to say anything against that, are you? So, and at the same time, Midnight, I don't want to be drifting off apart, but obviously I could tell Lily didn't like him, right? In the sense, I could tell that she couldn't stand him the way he is as a person, as a character as well. He was just awful. Like the way he treated her, the way he treated those situations was poor. He was working with the gang members as well, and he even made a threat to the boss of the gang, saying, I don't want any of that crime like this on my street. You hear me? no one getting those like fancy treats of yours. And this is the same gang member that said, oh yeah, where are you from, girl? Are you from China or Japan? The lady said, oh, this was an alleyway, by the way. The lady said, oh, I'm from London. What's with the acting and the voices, man? Who filmed this? I don't care if it was made in 2008, right? I think there was a Saw movie that was like one of those years. Even that had better quality and better acting and better, I wouldn't say graphics. Graphics is a bit pun me like that. Even that had anything better than this movie right here. It's like almost like, you know, those bad quality acting videos on YouTube and TikTok where you know it's staged but the acting's still poor. It kind of reminded me of that. The difference is the quality is so bad. This is why I'm iffy watching movies in that year as well, because it just doesn't look that good quality. This is why I'm more into up-to-date movies. My word, the acting quality is so poor. You know, the fight scene at the end as well, where, you know, Michael just, you know, because he gets given a phone from this, I forgot this dude's name now. Oh, he's also like, who's in charge as well of it. And he was like, you know, you're so stupid, Michael. You know, that you sent a message to me that's from, you know, your call ID. And he starts getting surrounded by these like Irish dudes, as he calls it. And he starts fighting with them. And at the end, he sort of shoot. The end bit where Michael's on the floor and the guy you think is going to run off with the money. He sort of then shoots him. It was probably the most least accurate shots I've seen. The way he was on the gun was like, it was like, I'm not going to demonstrate my hand, I don't think. I think I did something similar, I did straight to like, I'm not going to do a finger gun or something like that, but he so went up, but it wasn't directly towards his neck. It looked like it was going towards his body. What's with these bad quality movies and just pointing at the gun and it doesn't, I don't understand, it shoots him in the neck. I'm like, what? That's poor. That's utterly poor. There was one unexpected moment in the movie where obviously Lee was forced to do stuff with you know, these gang friends, because they were like, what happened to the deal that went down, Richard? And Richard just said, oh, there's a problem with that, but I can get you this girl. I know what this guy, he's one of those sort of dudes, right? And you can see, even in real life too, this kind of happens, where they'll do anything for a woman, but they'll treat him badly because they think they have a reason to. And there's the same way he slapped Lily as well. And the reason why, like, the reason why he just acts so like that is because he thinks he can, just because he does a lot for her. There's a lot of women that are into a sort of thing like that, where there's, you know, like, they get with a guy out of convenience, and then they say, well, he does do a lot for me. That sort of thing. But I don't want to go off topic on that one. But a lot of situations happen like that in real life too. And there's a sad moment where, you know, after she puts on the dress, after she puts on some makeup, and Michael just comes in and he sees her in the bathtub. That was unexpected and actually quite sad. But I didn't expect that to happen in the movie. I thought he was going to save her and she was going to be so startled to be like, oh my god, help me please. And the way these characters talk to Michael as if like he's going to respond back. I see what they're trying to say. Even without him not having a voice, his actions speak louder than words, no pun intended. It actually does. Like Silent Night movie basically. But the movie didn't do itself justice by the lack of everything in it is poor. I like the idea of it. I like the concept and him, you know, the movie, the title and what the movie's about and how he recovers. I can get that bit. But it's not exactly silent but deadly because not much was happening. And I like how he got bug spray and he tricked like these dudes into thinking, because these dudes were about to do something to her. And I like how he tricked them into thinking that he's going to give them some drugs or something. And then I think they died from it. And yeah. And then, you know, Richard got his karma, didn't he? Sitting down there and his friend was all like pale and all, you know, with all the drugs that was heavily induced into him. And that's karma. Have you noticed with these like, with these evil villains, right? When they sort of get their karma and get the same thing happening to them, they hate it because they expect to be the more tougher, powerful people that can't be stopped. And this is why you see the protagonists, right? They are a bit scared, but they literally have no fear because they know they're gonna be saved in the long run. and they know that they're going to get karma back to those type of people anyway. That's what they was by the time. That's if I was putting up a shop, I'd be like, okay, go ahead then. That's a trick you got to play with it. And I don't know what he did to the Richard. I think he kind of induced. I think he did the same thing. He kind of got some sort of screwdriver, or drill or something. I don't know what happened, but I kind of like that moment. And I also kind of like it when two enemies are kind of like blackmailing each other and making threats, because they know one then goes down, the other one goes down with them. I like that. You know, I kind of like that scene in like those type of movies. Another pop-up has come. Oh man, these pop-ups are distracting me. They really do. I should have really paused the video when these pop-ups come up. But anyways, yeah, I still talk. I'm still going with it. And I don't think it gets. I don't know if it's seen on the screen, because it pops up after a few seconds of making a video. If it does, I do apologise. But yeah, let me continue. But yeah, there's not really much else in the movie to discuss. There's a Chris character who doesn't really say much into the movie. He's one of those guys that's just like an extra, that's there just getting a few lines. Kind of like how I would be. On my first year of drama back in primary school, I got given the easy lines because I'm nervous. I was like awkward with remembering these type. I've got good memory, but when it was remembering a lot of words, it's difficult. I know I can be in acting. I did that back in like school, right? And also my first year of college. But yeah, I did like 2-3 plays back in primary school, and it's tough to act out a certain character. You know, it can be awkward, it could be embarrassing, but you gotta make sure you still act good. It's got to be believable, and I managed to do that. But this one right here, it didn't sound like they were believable. It just sounded like they were just there, doing nothing, like just being terrible acting. The voice. I've seen a lot of movies like this. Why? What is this? Who filmed this? Who thought it was good to put out? Oh man, I don't know if I could cope. It's like I'm watching it now. I'm not surprised by it. I shouldn't be surprised. I kind of, the title's clever. You know, with the guy being silent. I kind of like what they did there. It's like a play on words type of thing. Excuse me. But how the movie went, make it better. Excuse me, another burp there. Make it better. Right? Don't just prop a movie and think, okay, it's good because you made a movie. Unless it's a project, fair enough. I can't be, I don't know. I can't be happy with that. You know? But yeah, I wonder what's going to be like if I do this whole like Wild Wednesday, Terror Tuesday and Funny Friday type thing, where it's going to be tough for me to pick a movie now, because I watch a lot of movies, and especially on that site, I'm one of movies that look up to date. There's mostly movies that are going to be that old, that way before I was born. I'm thinking so up to date, you know. And there will be a day where I probably won't, like, because what if there's like I won't be able to do a Terror Tuesday because I'm probably busy on a Tuesday. I'm occupied, so I might end up doing a Wild Wednesday and a Funny Friday. Right, I was going to do a Thriller Thursday, but then I thought thriller can also be mixed in with action, so I'm not really gonna do that. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna try it for next week and see if it works out. It might just be 2 days I might need to do it for. There's three of those days. The other days I could probably leave for another topic or video maybe. I was thinking about doing another video later on, which is on my Funky Nelson Other Stuff channel. Please check that out. That's still new, still working on that. But there is a video I have in mind to talk about for that one. But let me get into the rating for this movie. Whew. I mean, I'm going to give it a 2. Solely because the title and the concept of it. I mean, I don't usually talk about the title and rate it like that, but I felt because the title works well with how the main character is, that's what I like. Other than that, there isn't really anything else to say in this movie. It's short. There was no need for them to do like how the movie's made at the end, even though that could interest some people. You know, I was going to continue with that part, but then I thought just leave it there. Everything else needs an improvement. And this video should not have gone on for this long for a movie like this. But let me know your thoughts. You don't have to watch every single movie I've spoken about. You can watch the few of them that sound good to you maybe. But yeah, please watch the movies first. Like I said in some of my other videos, watch the movie first and then watch my video. it will really help, because I do give away practically the whole movie anyway. In this case, it is the whole movie. I might have missed out 1 or 2 bits, but it doesn't matter. The movie's not that good anyway. Doesn't deserve that much recognition. So yeah, 2 out of 10 it is. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification below. So see you in my next video.